Something strange is going on in society, and I don't think a lot of people realize it, but I've been starting to realize it. And I'm starting to realize things ain't what they seem. You know how people seem to be more connected than ever, but in reality, they're disconnected? I'm about to explain to you why I feel like people are really disconnected. Because I feel like people been disconnected for quite some time. They don't know what's going on. Don't nobody have any social skills no more. And everything is just getting weird. And what I'm trying to say is that, it's getting so weird to the point that nothing seems to make sense. And every time I look up, I'm starting to realize how more and more disconnected people are. I don't understand the incidents that people go through. I don't understand the chaos that they just get themselves into. I don't understand none of this. And I've been trying to figure it out for quite some time. I've been trying to figure it out so long that it's just driving my mind crazy. Everybody seems to be connected, but they really not. That's why a lot of us are lacking communication skills. We're lacking a lot of skills. And some people don't want to be connected. I'm going to just be honest. A lot of people don't want to feel like they want to be connected to this life or this system, how they should be living their life. They don't want to be accustomed to that. They don't want to be part of the program no more. And that's why a lot of people are just mentally checking out of society. And that's why everything is difficult. Nothing is simple no more. Things used to be simple. Things used to make sense. And the things that used to make sense, it's starting to look a little different too. So that's why I've been noticing this for some time. I've been noticing that something feels off. And a lot of us, we've been feeling like this for quite some time. It seems like things are just getting worse. And a lot of people are starting to feel disconnected from dealing with other humans. And it's just a crazy world that we live in. It's so crazy to the point that we don't even know what this world is about anymore. So that's why all the things that people go through, a lot of people are starting to feel like they're alone. And I didn't know a lot of people starting to feel like they're alone. But I feel like the reason why people feel like they're alone is because of social media. And that's where people seem like they connected the most. But in reality, they're really not connected the most. So I started to notice this a lot lately. So that's why people are starting to feel like they disconnected. They feel like they disconnected. They don't have no communication skills. It's because of social media. When somebody has a problem, they don't want to address the person anymore. They just want to go on social media and address it on Facebook, or they got a problem with whatever they doing or whatever that's going on in their life. They just want to address it on TikTok. But they don't want to come to the person themselves. Ain't that crazy? Does that make any sense? Back in the day, when you had a conflict with somebody, you settled it over the phone. You don't get on social media and post. You don't DM nobody and post And that's why I feel like a lot of people are feeling alone. And that's the reason why. Social media has made people more lonely than ever. So that's why it's to the point that a lot of people don't know how to talk to people because they don't want to be around people no more. I was listening to the radio, right, the other day, right? And they was talking about how the younger generation communicate. And it was crazy because they got a weird way of communicating, right? They say the younger generation, if they see a friend that they used to go to school with, or if they see a girl that they like or whatever, they won't even approach that person and just speak. They'll wait till they get home and be like, I just saw you, and DM the person. So that's why a lot of people are disconnected from everything, because everybody want to do things online. Everything is online. It's to the point that people don't even want a connection no more. Just a humanity connection. They don't want none of that. Because a lot of people feel like they can't trust people. So that's the reason why. And I had situations like that before. Let me tell you about this incident, right? Back in elementary school, I was known as former student, right? And we grew up together. We went to the same elementary school, right? This guy, he had seen me out. And he'd always speak to me, right? He'd go out his way to speak to me, right? So, hey, bro, what's up? How you doing, man? How you been? He'd go out his way to speak to me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I remember you from elementary school. Remember, he go out his way to speak to me. This is how people are just disconnected, right? So he tell me, like, man, follow me on the ground, man. Follow me on the ground. I follow him on Instagram. Then I hit him up like, what's up, bro? He respond back like, who is this? I'm like, what? How you go out your way to speak to me? And then when I follow you on Instagram, you a whole different person. That's how people really be. So I unfollowed them like a mug, man. I'm not about to do all that because I don't even keep up with this internet stuff for real. I only like being here for my YouTube family. But people do feel disconnected like that. 1 minute, they super famous on Instagram. Everybody want to be balling on Facebook. All types of things. So people just disconnected to the T. That's why I just like YouTube, where everything makes sense. So everything makes a lot of sense on YouTube. So I want to shout out YouTube. So keep doing what y'all doing. But that's why I believe that people feel like they disconnected. They don't want to approach nobody no more. You got people who say they just don't want to speak to people because they don't know how people will react. But in reality, it is what it is. Just take the situation for what it is. Just say hello. A lot of people just don't want to say hello. And that's so mind-boggling to the point that it disturbs a lot of us. And I know sometimes you be thinking like, well, this world is so messed up. You say hello to somebody, they won't hurt you. But that's not necessarily the case all the time. And that's what I really wanted to know. How do you feel? Do you feel like you disconnected? Do you feel like you alone? And a lot of people rather be alone. They feel like that's the only time they can get some peace. Because the older and older you get, the more and more you're going to realize that you enjoy being alone. And a lot of people don't experience that same experience that they had back in the past when they used to connect with humans, just getting out, just having a good time. It ain't that same experience no more. Just like when you go to a concert, it's not that same experience no more. The artists don't even want to be there. Or then they showing up late. How many times y'all went to a concert, the main event showing up late? And people say, well, they ain't going to watch the other acts if the main event get there. You never know. Then you go to your favorite restaurant. It ain't that same experience no more. That same food that you grew up and love to eat. It's not. So that's why a lot of things are starting to feel disconnected. Modern society is starting to feel disconnected. So that's my take on this situation. So let me know if y'all feel the same way. And if y'all do, put it in the comments. And y'all know what to do. Like this video. If you don't like it, it don't even matter. You still gonna see me again. So peace.